Hey guys, I'm back with another Why Should You Play? So today we're gonna be talking about why you should play Subterror. So one of the benefits of Subterror, as you can see, inherently the archetype is not very expensive. The only UR you actually need is Subterror Guru. I don't think you honestly need Fiendus anyways. I've like never gone into this card like ever. 1 for 1 in terraforming are nice to have, of course. Lord of the Heavenly Prison is pretty good as well. All of your Subterror cards here, so they will flip face up to activate and then set themselves back face down. So Lord of the Heavenly Prison does a good job protecting them and making them relatively hard to out. And you also have a lot of flexibility in your extra deck since you kind of don't go into it a super lot. If you were to change the main deck around a bit, maybe you can flex into some interesting options. If you're just being crazy with it though, I guess, you only need Hidden City and Guru to search like Fiendus and stuff. Depends how big of a Subterror package you want to play. But generally, your best hands are the ones with Hidden City in them. So you can also play under pretty much any floodgate with Subterror. Well, like for example, Skill Drain. When Skill Drain is active, negate the effects of all face-up monsters while they are face-up on the field, but their effects can still be activated. So you can bypass Skill Drain with Subterror Final Battle. This turn activated effects of Subterror cards cannot be negated. So this makes it so that Skill Drain does nothing. And of course there can be only one, which we can't find by searching it like that. It's just too obnoxious. So I'll just go here and then boom. There can be only one. So you can only control one monster of each type. All of the Subterrors are just different types. So Tcboo is completely fine. And Rivalry, of course, is also completely fine actually, because you only need one of them face up at like pretty much any given time. It's a slight hindrance, but you can play with Rivalry on field without too much difficulty. And then with Gozen isn't a big deal either since everybody here's Unearthed. So that's 4 different floodgates you can just play through. There are quite a bit more, actually, but yeah. There's also the fact that Fiendus is actually an omni negate, and this is actually one of the better omni negates because, well, I'll read it for you guys. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target one Subterror monster you control. Negate the activation, then change the target monster to face down defense position. So that's the effect we're focused on in here. This is an omni negate, and it negates activation and not effect, which means you can actually stop field spells from activating, stop continuous cards from activating and all that, which is pretty swell. And the cost is simply to like flip a monster face down, which contributes to your win cons, I guess. Well, it doesn't really hinder you necessarily negatively, so you're doing pretty well there. This build definitely isn't the optimal one. I chose to make this more fun, but anyways, I should mention that you guys should not run Demise of the Land. It's actually pretty useless. Hidden City is like, it's one of your best cards and worst cards simultaneously. So in conjunction with Demise of the Land though, it's pretty bad. So I'm not 100% certain why Hidden City doesn't search off of Demise, but there's a good chance it's just missing timing because it is when. So either way though, it misses, well, you don't get a search if you use Demise of the Land. So the same would apply to Metaverse. So you'd probably have to terraforming, or now that it's in the game, Ancient Fairy Dragon actually works pretty pretty well with this field spell in particular, if we disregard the rest of the deck here. Ancient Fairy Dragon will destroy as many cards in the field zones as possible, minimum 1. And then if you do gain 1,000 life points, then you can add a field spell with a different name than the destroyed cards, whatever. And you can also, of course, special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So if we had a different field spell than Hidden City, we could destroy it, add Hidden City, activate Hidden City, and then search Guru, and then we can use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect here to special summon the Guru, and then we can Guru effect flip stuff face down, whatever. And then we will be able to flip Guru back face up with Hidden City effect to add a copy of Subterror Fiendus or whatever you want, I guess, in this case. And then there's also you do the reverse where you normal summon the Guru and then you do the Hidden City line there, and then you Ancient Fairy Dragon it the other way and search a field spell to do something with. And then you also still have the special summon a level 4 lower monster from your hand, which is essentially almost a second normal summon, I guess. It's not quite a normal summon because you can't tribute summon or anything off of this, but in concept, well, it's pretty much like a normal summon, I guess. Subterror Nemesis Warrior, kind of hard to see usage though, I guess, but yeah. I find it interesting that you can use Subterror Succession to actually search, like, a bunch of different flip monsters, which is pretty funny. You can only activate one Subterror Succession per turn though, so it's probably not like a good 3 of. Final Battle doesn't actually have a hard once per turn, so you could actually flip like one Subterror Battle to activate, I don't know, whichever effect you want, I guess. And then you can use the other one to make it so your effects cannot be negated. And a lot of the effects actually need the negate to resolve to destroy, like we'll go with Gamma for example. So, and if you do negate that activation, and if you do that, destroy that monster, so you have to be able to negate to actually destroy, or negate to banish it, well, whatever the card says exactly. A bunch of the negates in this game that negate and also are kind of removal won't be able to work super well against Final Battle here, which is pretty cool, I guess. I don't really know what the usage of this is, but technically I can Book of the Moon like Morphing Jar with Subterror Guru every turn, but should you? Well, probably not. Well, I guess X-Rev is good because, you know, you don't really super need to go into your extra deck here. So I just put in kind of whatever. Flexing some Royals as well while we're here. But yeah, that's why you guys should play Subterror. It is not a very expensive deck, all things considered. And you don't actually need to care about the extra deck too much, you can just put in whatever you feel like, pretty much. So, yeah, you just will need a couple of copies of like Solemn Judgment and like some core cards. It's mostly just 3 of Guru, 3 of Hidden City, and then the rest are pretty low rarity. You don't even need Subterror Nemesis Warrior, I'm just running it for funsies. So yeah. I hope you guys are interested in playing Subterror now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.